Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to take a 6-star tech champion up to R4, a 6-star science champion up to R5, and a 7-star science champion up to R2. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. All right, so I pulled Titania with the rewards from 8.3, and it's time to rank her up. I've gone ahead and I used my 1 to 2 rank up gem. Thought I had record on, but didn't. So kind of missing that part of it. But let's go ahead and complete the rank up of her. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that ISO in. Let's see what I've got left here. We'll just go ahead and do this with the rest of the skill ISO that's there. All right, so there it takes care of that ISO. Let's flip it back over to here. Let's go grab some more science. Just gonna try and do this fairly quick. All right, one more batch. Should do it with all those big ones in there. Oof, almost out of science ISO. Let's do this. Hard to believe I'm almost out of science ISO. That never seems to be the case. All right, so there we are. All ranked up. We now have a nice new shiny rank 2 Titania. I will be taking her out, trying her out in a few different areas, but there we go. So that is the first rank up of the this current level up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do after that. I may change these stat focuses. That's one thing for sure. But for right now, I'm going to go with kind of my standard stat focus. And we will see you with the next rank up. All right, so we're back for kind of part 2 of the level up. I just took Titania up. Wanted to do some thinking about some of the other rank ups that I wanted to do. I have the tech 3 to 4 gem for 6-star that I pulled an 8.3 and a science 4 to 5. So, I was kind of thinking about those. I also want to do a couple quick crystals before we get into that. While I still continue to think a little bit, I do have one 5-star relic crystal that I can open up. I'm going to go ahead and pop open the lower end ones here just real quick just to see what we get. Not expecting anything new. I think I've got all the 3-star. I don't know if I've got all the 4-star. So just wanted to pop those open real quick, and then we can spin out the 5-star, and then we'll go and we'll do the kind of the next 2 rank ups that I wanted to get taken care of. I guess I can do 3 4-star. So we'll pop these. All right, all dupes there. Kind of expected to see that. All right, and there we go. So we've got those, and now we can do a 5-star. We'll spin that one out. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Let's put it in the spinner. And tap. Okay, and this one is there we go. Is a nice little AntMan. That may be, yeah, I was thinking that may be the awakening of it. I don't know if it was awakened before. It may be. The little animations and stuff like that in the crystals aren't right for a lot of these. It's hard to tell, you can't tell how many times you've pulled them and things like that. So it's kind of, I think it's the first time, but not really sure. All right, so with that said, we're going to go to, let's do the 3 to 4 first. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Actually, no, let's do the 4 to 5. There'll be a reason for that here in a second. So let's go ahead and grab my 6-star rank 4 science champions. Okay, this is kind of what I'm dealing with. I didn't want to, I could take up, I can bring in the 3s. I could take up Spider Ham or Spot. They were possibilities. I thought about it. considered it, just didn't really want to do it. I think Spider Ham would be good. Spot has lost some of his, I guess, newness. So he's not as difficult for a lot of people to defeat, because he would just be, a good Battlegrounds defender, and he's, great on attack. I'm just not that great with him. Spider Ham, pain in the butt on defense, very good in this meta on attack. Really gave that one some consideration, but ultimately decided, not there either. Then I went to Human Torch and said, well, Human Torch, take him up to rank 5, kind of follow what Karate Mike said in his rank 5 video, which was, maybe he needs a little bit extra damage because of the bigger health pools of some of the R2s and a lot of the R5s that are in there. Maybe he needs to be an R5. So, I gave that some thought, decided against it. Then I said Thing. Okay, well, maybe Thing, sig him up, make him an R5 200. He's going to be a massive pain on defense. Thing is always a pain, no matter where you fight him. He's, got a lot of, tankiness. You have to watch the rock stacks, all that. So that was a consideration. But ultimately, I've decided to go a different route. And we're going to go with Void. Void has always been one of my favorite champions. I used him, as a 4-star a lot. I used him as a 5-star a lot. Didn't really get to use him as a 6-star because, I was thinking, well, I've used him a lot. I know he's available as a 7-star, but he needs to me, to be truly useful, you want that high sig. And I'm going to save, my science rank ups for maybe some other champs and things like that. So there we go. And this is why I wanted to do kind of the 4 to 5 first. I still had a lot of the science ISO in my inventory there from just ranking up Titania. So that is 2 science champions I've taken up. I took Titania up to R2, and now we are bringing Void up to R5. The other thing I said in the Titania video, didn't have very much science ISO. Well, I may have gone and farmed a little bit of science ISO, opening up some crystals and things like that. Still not entirely sure if it is going to be enough to get him the whole way up to 65. If not, we'll throw in some basic or, some other class. But we will take him the whole way up. And that, I think, will do... Oh, nope, I can pull ISO one more time. But that is enough to get him the whole way up. And there we go. So we now have a rank 5 Sig 200 Void all the way up there. And that is our second rank up. Now, for the third one, and kind of the final one for right now, is we're going to take a look at that Tech 3 to 4 gem. Oops, let's go this way. And there's our Tech. All right, so here, once again, there were some considerations for a couple different champs. The first one that I looked at was Ultron. I like Ultron. Ultron's great. Ultimately decided against him. I've got him at R4 on my second account. So I get to play him. Doesn't really add much functionality to my account right now. For this account. It would be good, but just not a lot of functionality. Then I thought, maybe Guardian. Guardian's good. He's definitely got his uses. But once again, what functionality does he add to this account here? That brought me down to really 2 champs and then an outside choice. So Red Skull is kind of the outside choice. His buff looks great, but if it's very good, I will look at, taking him up to, rank 4 just using Catalyst. The other 2 were Penny and Viv Vision. I think Penny's a good defender. There are some good attackers to use against her. And, once again, there's ways to figure out how to fight her, and it's, not necessarily the best defender out there. But what I did decide to take, who I've decided to take up and use the gem on, is going to be Viv Vision. Don't really use her on attack very much. Haven't really used her at all. She's annoying on defense unless you have, a couple certain defenders. And even then, she's a little tricky because not very many people have her ranked up. She is a champ that does provide some functionality that I do not currently have, with her power drain and things like that. So, gonna try her out. It's a gem. Want to have some fun with her. Want to test her. Want to use her, in battlegrounds and things like that. So there we go. We have ranked her up using that gem that we pulled from 8.3. So let's go ahead and grab the ISO. Pop that in. Claim some more. Use all that, and we'll go back one more time to claim some more, and that should take care of it. All right, we'll just pop that one in. It's a little overkill, but that's right. And there we are. So we now have a rank 4 Viv Vision. So I think that's going to do it for this rank up. Just to kind of go back through it, we did take Void up to R5. We took Titania up to R2, 7-star, and we took Viv Vision up to rank 4. So thanks for watching. If you would, please leave a like, subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next one.